named Reginald and a queen named Minerva. They lived in an enormous castle with their son, the prince. Wonderful things are happening every day. Magical things for anyone, they say. Beautiful things are there when you can see that wonderful things are meant for you and me. For many years, the king and queen searched for a bride to wed the prince. Just when it seemed hopeless, they found a true princess. Like everyone is ready to go. There is a king, and next one is the queen.
Isn't this exciting, Minerva?
Hush, Reginald.
And over there is a jester who unfortunately isn't very funny.
Do you know tonight's favorite kind of fish is? A swordfish.
And all of the villagers from the kingdom have come to see the prince's wedding.
It's time for a wedding. It's time for I do. It's time for a wedding and gold rings for two. It's time for a wedding. It's time for a vow. It's time for a wedding. A wonderful wedding now.
If anyone here knows of a reason why these two should not be married, speak now or forever.
Wait! I do have an objection. I feel the need to say a reason why the two of them can marry here today. I dressed the girl in armor. I took her to the boat. I fear she has a heart of stone because she couldn't melt.
Are you serious?
It's time for a wedding, an alternate bride. It's time for a wedding, another has tried. It's time for a wedding, I hope she's okay. It's time for a wedding, a wonderful wedding day.
If anyone here knows of a reason why these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Wait! I do have an objection. A tiny little glitch. A girl of
We are gathered here today to join Prince Nicholas and Princess Griselda in lawfully wedded matrimony. If there is anyone here who knows of a reason why these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I do.
Can you believe this?
That does it. Out. Everyone out. I need to have a word with my wife. Out.
Wow.
What is it, dear? You seem very upset.
I am upset. I've had 21 weddings this year, and every single time you object. Well, I object to your objections.
Now, Reginald, I always have a good reason. For instance, that girl failed the test of athletic agility.
Athletic agility.
She tried all day to roll a cannon up the drawbridge and only made it halfway.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. These tests you give are impossible. There's not a girl in any kingdom that could pass one of your tests.
Nonsense, dear. Remember the girl who arrived with the 7 little men? She worked quite well until she started whistling. I don't enjoy whistling.
I liked her.
See? The boy just wants to find a princess. Now no more tests and no more failed weddings.
But I just want what's best for our son. The tests are the only way to prove that a girl is truly a princess.
Minerva, I am the king, and I have made the decision. We will no longer discuss
But
this.
Reginald...
Now I'm off. I have a round table meeting.
He's right, Mother.
No, he's impatient.
Well, so am I.
Patience is a virtue, dear, and as long as I am your mother and you live in this castle, I'll decide what's best for you.
You'll decide. You'll decide. Mom is a original thing that runs driving me mad. Mom is irrational, always a test. Don't I deserve a wife? As long as I can remember, I've been a loyal son. Tell me, what have I done to deserve this? Oh, what have I done? I've been respectable, doing my best, living the princely life. Mom is irrational, always a test. Don't I deserve a wife? I'm charming and strikingly handsome. I have a heart inside, humble and modest, and that's all. So where is my bride? Where is my bride? Where is my bride? Oh, Hannah, I didn't see you standing there.
Excuse me, Your Highness. I thought you might need some cheering up, so I brought your favorite biscuits and some goat's milk.
Thank you, Hannah. You're always so thoughtful.
I'll set them there on the table.
Hey Nick, your father sent me here to cheer you up.
Good luck.
Why did the king go to the dentist?
To get his teeth crowned,
What is Camelot?
a place to park your camels,
Where do knights learn to go to kill dragons?
night school.
Wow. You're good. Listen, you know how you're searching for a bride?
Yeah,
You know how you've searched in all the faraway kingdoms?
yeah.
You know how you're not married yet?
Get to the point.
Well, it seems to me that we haven't looked in the most obvious place.
And where is that?
Here in our very own kingdom.
Yes, in our very own kingdom.
So I'm going to search every corner of this kingdom until I find you the perfect bride.
Thanks, Barnaby. You're a good friend.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Not me, because I'm out of here.
So, my good friend Barnaby went on a quest for royalty, or at the very least, a girl for me to marry. The next day, the castle was filled with anxious girls and their families. Of course, they had to gain the approval of my parents first.
We heard you need a princess to marry the prince, to be his one and only fiancé. We gathered up our daughters, our sisters and friends, then we hurried to the castle right away. It's another quest for royalty, another yay or nay. Another girl will marry the prince on another wedding day.
Thank you all for coming on such short notice. Now who's first?
I heard you need a princess. Have I got a gem? My daughter is a beauty and a prize. She isn't very brilliant, she isn't so bright, but she always has a sparkle in her eyes. It's another another quest for royalty. Another yay or nay. Another girl will marry the prince on another wedding day.
Next! I'm Peter Princess, so I'm not afraid of overwhelming beauty and what boys. I know she will be loyal, I know she's true, if you keep her far away from other boys.
It's another quest for royalty. Another yay or nay. Another girl will marry the prince on another wedding
Don't call us, we'll call you.
No way.
Well, once again, we have not found a suitable bride.
Yes, once again.
Don't you think you're a little hard on those girls?
Oh, please, Nicholas. The best of the bunch was the blonde. But she comes from a tower on the wrong side of town, and furthermore, she desperately needs a haircut.
And the most beautiful one was half asleep, son.
I think it's time to call it quits.
Wait a second. Hold your horses.
What's that you say?
Not so fast. I found the perfect girl.
The perfect girl.
Lords and ladies, knights and damsels, the Royal Theater Kingdom is proud to present Jillian!
Welcome, Jillian.
Thank you, Your Magistrate.
Your Majesty.
Did you say she's perfect?
Yes, Your Highness, she's everything the prince is looking for. Plus she has a sense of humor.
He's very funny.
Well, that certainly settles it then. Any girl who laughs at his jokes isn't what we're looking for.
Minerva, he said she's perfect, and I believe him. Jillian, would you like to be married?
Of course, who wouldn't like to be married?
Don't answer that, dear.
Well then, tomorrow you will be. Jester, invite the entire kingdom. Nicholas, prepare your vows, and Minerva, summon a chambermaid to prepare a bed for our guest. And Jillian, let me show you to your room.
Why, thank you, Your Honor.
Your Highness.
Oh, that's okay. You can call me Jillian.
This is inconceivable. I cannot allow this wedding to take place until I've properly tested that girl.
But mother,
Now, I will have to consult the manual of tests for potential princesses. I'm off to the royal book room at once.
Wow. That's not good news.
no it's not.
We need to think of a plan. We can't allow your mother to sabotage another wedding.
But how can anyone prevent it? She's bound to find an impossible test in that book.
Wait, what if this time it's like one of my jokes and the princess already knows the punchline?
I don't get it.
We can prepare her ahead of time. Your mother said she was going to look in the manual of tests for potential princesses, right?
Right?
Well, I happen to know exactly that book is kept in the back of the royal book room.
Really?
Yes, it's right next to medieval jokes for junior jesters.
No kidding.
Tonight, I will take Jill into the royal book room and prepare her for the test.
Thanks, Barnaby, but do you think you can pull it off?
Come on, Nick. Have I ever let you down?
And so, as you can see, trusty Barnaby was convinced that I should marry Jill.
Good evening, Prince Nicholas.
Good evening, Hannah. And on the other hand, Mom was not so convinced.
I'm off to the guest chambers.
And on the other hand, Father was stuck in the middle.
Good night, Your Highness.
Good night, Hannah. Well, I guess I finally found my bride.
Chambermaid, got your ready.
Come in.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I brought fresh linens and our finest downy pillow.
Thank you. I need to have a good night's sleep for the big day tomorrow.
Big day?
Haven't you heard? Tomorrow morning, I'll marry the prince.
Really? I didn't know. Congratulations.
Do you think I should wear my hair up or down?
Well, up, I suppose. The prince tends to like short hair.
I was thinking down. Oh well, it doesn't matter anyway. I'm sure I'll be the picture-perfect bride either way. Here's a little ditty about me.
nervous?
Oh, honey, I've got nothing to be worried about.
But what about the Queen's test?
What test?
The Queen is famous for her test. She gives every potential princess a big test.
When Queen Minerva sees how incredible I'll look tomorrow, she'll forget all about her test. Picture me coming down the aisle, what a sight to see. Picture me with a beaming smile, all of the eyes are on me. No one could look better if she tried. I will be the picture perfect bride.
You will be the picture perfect bride.
One more time! I will be the picture perfect bride. Who is it?
It's the jester.
Come in!
Excuse me, Jillian, but Prince Nicholas has sent me to... Oh, hey, Hannah. I didn't know you were in here.
Oh, hi, Barnaby.
What's the matter? Why the long face? You don't seem to be yourself.
Oh, nothing, really. I'm just sleepy, I guess.
Hey, that reminds me of a joke. Why was King Arthur's army too tired to fight? Because there's so many sleepless nights.
You are so funny. Isn't he funny?
I guess I never noticed.
Well, it's finally nice to have someone that does. But seriously, folks, the princess sent me to escort Princess Jillian to the royal book room at once. There's something very important for her to see there.
That sounds urgent. All right.
Good night, Hannah.
Good night.
Gravy. Gravy.
I'm not speaking to you.
I would like the gravy for my roast.
Peas? Peas!
I'm not speaking to you either.
Please pass the peas.
Very well then. I will pass the peas when you agree not to test Princess Jillian.
I'm afraid it's not much too late for that, Reginald. I have already arranged for her to joust with Sir Ethelred.
Sir Ethelred? Why, he's the finest jouster in the kingdom. Absolutely not.
Well, then I'll have her slay a dragon,
Unreasonable.
an ogre,
Ridiculous.
a giant,
Preposterous.
a griffin.
Absurd. Minerva, can't you think of something on a smaller scale?
Smaller? Like what?
Well, this pea.
Be serious, Reginald. I'm sure there's no test involving something as little as a pea.
And we'll make one.
Make one, you and me, together.
That's right.
But with a pea, it's such a little thing.
Sometimes it's the little things that mean the most. It's the little things that mean the most. It's the little things like gravy on roast. It's the little things like passing a test. It's the little things that are the best. Is there anything you'd like to add, dear?
I don't know, Reginald.
Oh, go on now. I've never known you to be lost for words.
It's the little things that fill my life. It's the little things like being a wife.
is a pea. It's the little things like you and It's time for a wedding. Could this be the one? It's time for a wedding. That's over and done. It's time for a wedding that we will allow. It's time for a wedding. A wonderful wedding now. It's time to have a wedding.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to join Prince Nicholas and Princess Jillian in lawfully wedded matrimony. You know the drill. If there is anyone here who knows of a reason why these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I have no objection.
It's crazy.
Really, no objection?
True.
But what about the test? Was it a test?
Of course there was a test. With help from my dear husband, I devised one.
Just a little test.
As you all know, a real princess must have an abundance of sensitivity and tenderness. So the king and I gave her a test of genuine tenderness.
Late last night,
When the castle was silent,
we took a tiny little pea.
the smallest one we could find,
We crept very quietly through the halls.
all the way to the guest chambers.
We carefully opened the door.
And I snuck into the room
She tiptoed to the bed.
where the girl was tucked beneath the blanket.
Then ever so carefully,
I placed the pea beneath the mattress.
but all of a sudden,
The girl began to stir.
so before we could be discovered,
We quickly snuck away.
and as the clock chimed each hour,
We went to the girl's room to peek.
every time we returned,
We saw the very same thing.
the girl under the blanket
Was tossing and turning.
and turning and tossing
All night.
So what does this mean, Mother?
Hush! I'm pleased to tell you that the girl did not sleep a wink and therefore has passed our test.
Let the celebrating commence.
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
Well then, I suppose we can proceed. Prince Nicholas, do you take Princess Jillian to be your...
Wait. It is true that someone passed your test, but I'm afraid it was not Jillian.
Is this one of your jokes?
No, Your Highness. She was with me in the royal book room.
Is this true?
I was studying for the test all night long.
Well then, my dear, I'm afraid that while you were so busy preparing for the test, you missed the test.
But who's the girl in the bed? Someone did pass the test. Who was it?
It was I, Your Majesties. I was in the bed all night. I tried to sleep while I waited for Jillian to return, but I couldn't no matter how I tried. The mattress was just too lumpy. I'm sorry.
Sorry, why don't apologize, dear girl. You've passed the test.
What does this mean?
Could it be?
Father, are you saying that?
Queen Minerva?
Yes! Hannah is the true princess we've been searching for.
What do you say to that, son?
I say, ladies and gentlemen of the kingdom, I have finally found my bride.
And if nobody objects, so have I.
Oh, Barnaby!
I believe it's time for a double wedding.
Hooray!